Hello guys, today we're talking about animated classic, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, and it's pretty awesome. It was released in 1993 on a limited theatrical run, I should add. It is an hour and 16 minutes long. It's not a long movie, it's kind of that very classic short movie length. It's rated PG, and it was released on DVD in 1999. On IMDb, it has 7.9 out of 10 by user votes with about 34,000. There's no Metacritic available for that movie. It stars Kevin Conroy, who is a very prolific voice actor, and he has voiced Batman on numerous occasions. It is widely considered one of the best Batman voices of all time, and some people consider him the best Batman. He also voiced him, of course, in the acclaimed Batman the Animated Series. Dina Daly voices a big character in the movie. She was also in Tombstone. Of course, there's Mark. I'll especially add that Mark Hamill voices the Joker, also a prolific voice actor and whatnot. Famous for the Joker, similar to Kevin Conroy with Batman. A lot of people directed it, but probably the one who's most significant is Bruce Timm, and he also was responsible for the Batman animated series. And these are connected; they are canon within each other, so it's pretty much a full-length movie of that series. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has 82% by critics with about 28 critics, and 88% by audiences with about 2,300 users. The critic consensus on Rotten Tomatoes is stylishly and admirably respectful of the source material. Batman Mask of the Phantasm succeeds where many of the live-action Batman adaptations have failed. And it's available to rent. It's not available for streaming, unfortunately, but it is available for renting and buying on Fandango, Vudu, PlayStation Store, Microsoft Store, and iTunes. Now, this DVD itself, it's not super hard to find, but something like this and the Batman Beyond movie and animated DVDs, ones this old, they're around, but may have to dig a touch. I think you might find some on Blu-ray, but most of these are on DVD. They're not expensive either. Personally, I think it's an amazing movie. It's definitely a great Batman movie, and it is another good example of kid stuff done right. You know, it treats kids like adults. Kids can watch it and they feel like they're watching something, it's not like, okay, it's time to put away fucking SpongeBob and Dora the Explorer and shit. It's time for some real shit. And adults can watch it too. The movie's animated spectacularly. The voice acting's fucking awesome. The story is good. The twist, I guess a touch predictable, but through the internet meme generation and all that shit, it can get spoiled. But even with that, it's still a great story. It puts it kind of gives a little bit about Bruce's past, Batman's past. And Mark Hamill gives a great Joker performance in it. It's just a great movie. And if you're a little unsure about the Batman animated series, and if you love this, then you'll love the animated series. I personally haven't really watched the animated series. I think I caught a few episodes when I was younger, but that was pretty limiting. This is really my first really full-fledged thing into it, and I love it. It is dark, and it's like a very, very good adaptation, and it does do a lot. It kind of reminds me, it's like the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton, only if it was a bit more, only if it wasn't as Burton-ish. The score has an excellent score. The score is awesome. It's very similar to that one. It's similar to it, but it's a bit more. It doesn't have as much. It's not like I said. It's like the Burton influence, but like the first Batman movie of Michael Keaton, only less Burton influence and more comic book influence. But yeah, it is. It started it all in terms of DC animation, that series in this movie, and this is actually the first DC animated movie for superheroes, and they've been coming out since. Sure, there've been a couple weaker ones, but for the most part, they've done extraordinarily well. They're acclaimed by everyone. I just wish the movies could be the same way. but but yeah, there's not much I can say about it. I mean, it's a short film. It doesn't. I think. I think it could have been a touch longer. Maybe another 4 or 5 minutes would have been nice. But that's really, really picking. It's a very good movie. It's something you can watch with the kids. It's something that you can get into on your own. And, and if you were walking home from work or something and your kids or something were watching something, this is something you would want them to be watching. Or if you wanted to watch a movie but you don't want to watch, like, the watch some weird kid animated movie that gives you a fucking migraine, this is a good movie to put on. And stuff like this. But yeah, I mean, everyone's great in it. There's not much more I can say about it. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. Basic DVD. I haven't seen any copies of this on Blu-ray. I am sure they're available, but this is the closest I could find on that. But yeah, there's not really more I can say about it. Man, this is I don't really want to end it. I'm trying to think if there's anything more I can really say, but I guess I can go further more with the animation. Like the animation, what I love about this animation style, and this animation style has carried over through a lot of the early Warner Brothers stuff. Lately, they adapted more of the more current comic book costume styles, but back then they kept it so simplistically iconic. I mean, it's like the Alex Ross drawings, where it's just like, it's simple, but it stands out and it's so iconic. Like, when you see Batman's costume, it's a simple Batman costume, nothing too sad, but the way it's presented, it feels grand, and it sticks to you. Same thing for all the other characters. I love, the animation is just stunning. I can't high up enough how much I love the animation. And yeah, this is the kind of movie that non-animation lovers need to see. It is the kind of movie that the DC people need to take note of. I don't know why they're struggling so much, and with making live-action movies, when they have so many talented people from the past and now who working in animation and other projects to help out with. And I know working in movies is different than animation and video games and all that kind of thing, but from a storytelling perspective, it might help. I mean, yeah, when you watch something like this, you just like, why aren't there more movies like this? Why aren't there more stuff like this movie? And when it was released, a limited theatrical run like during Christmas, and that was it. It was quickly forgotten, and that is a damn shame, because this movie I'm not saying that it needs to be plastered everywhere per se, but nowadays it has developed a reputation for being a very good movie, and rightfully so. And I'm glad it has. Let's say if I was gonna rank it with live action Batman movies, I would say on par with Batman, the first Batman. I think maybe a touch better than Batman Returns, and I only say that because I feel like it's a bit more comic book neutral, while Batman Returns is more like Burton just losing his shit in a Batman drawing and just going crazy. Definitely better than the Schumacher films. But the Christopher Nolan movies, they're close. They are very similar. I think this is more comic booky, but in terms of simplicity and the way it's shot and filmed, the way they discuss things, the way everything is, it has a lot of similarities in terms of like the seriousness. This movie is a serious movie. It's not cartoony in any way, shape, or form. So it's definitely a mature film, to say the least. Yeah, it's just so good. but but yeah, that's how I'm gonna end it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos. And if you have any suggestions on videos or what, I know I said this before, but I always look forward to discovering new great movies or TV shows to get into. And yeah, recommend this. This is awesome. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day.